Hey everyone, this is Borvok. I'm going to do a quick review here of the Superior Spider-Man number 40. Now, I didn't realize that Superior Spider-Man has legacy numbering as well, because it's only been in this incarnation a book for 7 issues, but I think they're counting back when Dan Slott was writing the book in place of Amazing Spider-Man. For some reason, I wasn't thinking that would count, but it does. So, Superior Spider-Man, current run issue number 7, legacy number 40. And this is unfortunately the first crossover in this series with the War of the Realms, which who cares about? You see on the cover here, Superior Spider-Man supposedly facing off against Hawkeye, Aqualad, Gwenpool, Punk Rock, and Miss America. And we'll get right into it. We got Superior Spider-Man finds a hobo and he zaps him out of existence and he says it's for your own good, which is hard to believe, but apparently we find out the city is under attack by these guys in a nice big double page spread. What are these? Ice giants, I guess? Frost giants. And so Otto slash Bolivar is trying to he's going around and basically zapping everyone into an alternate dimension to protect them from these ice giants, frost giants, because somehow he has the science to do that, I guess. I mean, how are they going to clean up this damage? Like, look at that. Just these guys stepping on the buildings is, I'm sure, millions of dollars of damage, per building or something like that. This is crazy. So this is where we see it's a tie-in. I noticed, I don't think this is new. I just never noticed it before, but the wedding on the webbing on Otto is different than on Spider-Man. It's a lot more haphazard as opposed to designed, and like a real spider web where the webs, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but you've got the vertical webbing, and then the horizontal webbing doesn't go all the way across. It's just from one vertical to the next, and then the next webbing going from between the verticals might not match up with the previous one. That didn't make any sense, but it's an interesting design. I still don't like the black webbing. Again, if you're Superior Spider-Man, spiders have white webbing. If you are the Superior Octopus, like he was in that one book before donning the Superior Spider-Man suit again, if you're an octopus, your ink is black. If you're a spider, your webbing is white. No spiders I know of have black webbing. So I don't like this. Oh well, whatever. So he's fighting the frost giants, and he says it's only a matter of time before he will be unable to retrieve the people from the pocket dimension that he's placed them in. So in the meantime, he has to get rid of the frost giants and get the people back before it's too late. Got a selfie. Go to Marvel Custom. Apparent. Oh, these are for like weird things that help you hold your phone. Okay, whatever. So he's watching on the TV in his room and in his lair, and he's looking for anyone to help. And wouldn't you know it, the West Coast Avengers are the only ones available, and heaven help us all. But that's his only option. So he just warps them without consent into where is he? Is he in San Francisco? Yeah, San Francisco. So he warps them to San Francisco, and they're all like, "Man, you gotta ask us to sign consent forms first before you just warp us, across the country." But they decide they're gonna help out. I don't know how this works, by the way, the physics. This guy's about to get squashed. And then, Aqualad. And then Green Hair just, like, gives him a hug around the neck. And then Superior Spider-Man, like, webs Green Hair with her arms around his neck. And somehow the physics doesn't look right with this. She's either gonna like break his neck, or her feet are gonna be up here while she's holding onto his chin, and his head is cocked back in pain. But anyway, they're trying to figure out what to do. Punk Rock is flying around, shooting lasers with his mind. There's more fighting. Gwenpool starts talking kind of like she likes to do, sort of like Deadpool. She's talking a little bit meta. I read one issue of the Gwenpool book and I liked it, but there was more to it there. Like, she was meta, but it was used in the story. Here she's just kind of poking fun at the fact that this is a crossover and it's not really adding to the story. She's not actually using meta powers for anything. She's just being the crazy person making meta references. But she tells him it's a crossover event. And then she makes a very good point. She says that they don't have anything to worry about because it's a crossover event, a crossover issue, so nothing much is going to happen. They're going to do their little part, and then next issue it's going to be as if nothing happened, which, oh my goodness. Is that the state of the comic business or what? She makes another good point that they don't have anything to worry about. The only characters who would need to worry about anything are legacy characters, or I would add distaff versions of popular characters who came along to replace well-liked characters and end up only making readers want the originals back. They're the ones most at risk to maybe be killed off in a crossover event. And as she's explaining what a legacy character is, she realizes that actually they're all in danger. So I think what happens is they finish up the fight here in San Francisco and they decide they're going to go help out in New York City. So they warp in a star-shaped warp thing, I guess, whatever. I like the design on Blue Hair's suit, by the way. That's kind of... Do we have a better close-up of it somewhere? Yeah, I just like the detail on that. That's a really nice looking suit. I like her blue hair too. The pairing of like the darker skin tone with the blue hair and the white suit is kind of aesthetically pleasing. I do like that. So they warp over to New York City. And we got another big double page spread with Ben and the Fantastic Four. Gwenpool says, "Here comes a giant battle scene." She should have said double page spread. That would have been better meta reference there. But the Fantastic Four ask for help. Otto says that he would be interested in working together with Reed Richards here to figure out what to do about all this. Reed Richards says he'd be open to that, but we've got bigger problems at the moment. And so Spider-Man, Superior Spider-Man, Otto says the die is cast. Which, I don't know. It's overused, but it's a good enough line. I like it. And that's the end of the story. So Gwenpool is right. Nothing happened, and it's not going to matter next issue. So if you want more Superior Spider-Man, this is more Superior Spider-Man. Well, less Superior Spider-Man, because you've got these guys kind of taking over. Again, Hawkeye is a good character. He's kind of wasted in the West Coast Avengers book, I think. Gwenpool I liked in her own book. I don't know who this guy is. He looks like Aqualad. I don't know who this guy is. And not a big fan of America Chavez. I could make some jokes about her, but I don't want to upset anyone. And then a dog shark. I don't know what that is. I don't know what this is. I don't know. I feel like, I mean, take it or leave it. If you like Superior Spider-Man, pick up this book. If you like the art in here, pick it up. But it's not a must. Even if you're reading Superior Spider-Man, it's a crossover book. Marvel needs to stop with all the crossovers all the time and all the tie-ins, and just write good stories. But if you like this book, pick it up. I do feel like I don't know where they're going with Superior Spider-Man. Someone told me when this book started, they said they give it like maybe 12 issues, a couple trades, and that was going to be it. And I thought, I love Superior Spider-Man. I love Otto Octavius in this suit, being a hero. I think that's great. But I'm starting to feel like more and more like that might be true, because I don't think they know what to do with him. You got that first arc, which was just kind of setting him up as a hero, working at, I was going to say Star Labs. What's the, I forget, the big time place where where Peter Parker worked during the big time storyline. I'll remember later. But working there, set up in San Francisco now. And they kind of just had that initial setup arc, and now we have this event issue, and I really don't know what they're trying to do or where they're going with the character, other than emasculate him constantly with female characters who keep yelling at him and telling him what to do. I got more to say on the character. I really like it. I think they need to figure out somewhere to go with him. I think they need to let him be what people like about him. Don't constantly emasculate him with women yelling at him. Let him be a man's man. That's one of the things people like about villains, I think, is their confidence, their masculinity, and they do evil stuff, and that's bad, but they're just their force of character. Carry that over into this. Don't be constantly blocking that, or you're ruining the fun of the character. The masculinity, the self-assuredness, as much as certain people might not like that, they're not bad things. They're actually good things, and need to be respected more, I think. Also, Otto needs to... we've got enough Spider-Men. He was a superior Spider-Man in the place of after he took over Peter Parker's body in the previous run, he was the superior Spider-Man. There was only one Spider-Man, and he called himself the superior Spider-Man. Peter Parker was gone. Now Spider-Man is running around. He's called Spider-Man. Miles Morales is running around. He's called Spider-Man. And then we've got Otto running around, and he's called Superior Spider-Man. They all need to get new names. Do some research. You guys got any good ideas? I don't know. Maybe there's a cool species of spider he could be named after or something. But much as I like the character, not everyone can be Spider-Man. It's just confusing. Anyway, but if you like what you saw here, it's up to you. Go ahead and pick up the issue for yourself. You can read it, word by word, panel by panel, and page by page. Let me know what you think about it. Support your local comic shop. Go pick up this issue, any others you're interested in. If you don't have a local comic shop, you can find one online, or you can find an online comic shop that will ship to you. If you prefer digital, you can pick up this issue and others at Comixology.com, as well as Amazon. They're both owned by Amazon now, so it's main difference is, I think, the Comixology makes subscriptions easier, but with Amazon you can read on your Kindle. Though Comixology has its app, so if you have one of those Kindles that does apps, then you can do that too. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Sorry for being so rambly, and I'm going to introduce a new feature in this episode that everyone is super eager for, I'm sure. So let me grab. We're gonna rebag this, rebag and board. The comic shop I go to has all this stuff pre-bagged and boarded on the rack, which is kind of nice in some ways because they're pre-bagged and boarded, but on the other hand, you can't really leaf through them to decide if you're going to buy. But how do you guys, how's your comic shop do stuff. Anyway, that's me rambling and wasting time. I'm introducing a new sticker system, yay, to rank the books, and I rank this one a yellow. This one gets a yellow. All right, we'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks, bye.